Welcome to our exploration of one of the most unique books in the Bible, the Song of Songs. This ancient book is filled with beautiful poetic language and passionate love. But have you ever wondered, what's the deeper meaning behind it all? Who wrote it, and why is it included in the Bible? The Song of Songs is traditionally attributed to King Solomon. It is believed to have been written around the 10th century BC. But what does this book really say? And how can we understand it today? Is it simply a love story, or is there more to it than meets the eye? Stick around until the end of this video, and we'll dive into what the Song of Songs can teach us about love, relationships, and even our relationship with God. So let's begin our journey through this poetic masterpiece. The Song of Songs, also known as the Song of Solomon, is a collection of love poems. It stands out in the Bible for its lack of direct teachings or commands. Instead, it celebrates love, beauty, and desire. It's often read as an expression of human love, but many theologians also interpret it as symbolic of God's love for His people. There's an ongoing debate about whether the Song of Songs should be read literally or allegorically. Some see it as a celebration of romantic and physical love between a man and a woman, while others view it as a symbolic expression of the relationship between Christ and the church, or between God and Israel. While the book is attributed to Solomon, it's unclear if he wrote it directly or if it was written about his reign. Nonetheless, the Song of Songs paints a vivid picture of love through its rich imagery and metaphors, which have been the subject of reflection and interpretation for centuries. Chapter 1. The Beauty of Love. In this opening chapter, the Shulammite woman expresses her admiration for her lover, calling him the most beautiful of men. She is drawn to his physical beauty, but also the way he makes her feel. She speaks of his love as being better than wine, fragrant and intoxicating. The lover, in turn, admires her, comparing her to a beautiful garden full of life and charm. There is a sense of mutual admiration and desire. This chapter introduces the central themes of the book: beauty, desire, and the longing to be with the one you love. It's a beautiful introduction to the passionate and deep connection between the two lovers. Chapter 2. The Invitation to Love. The second chapter continues to explore the deepening affection between the woman and her lover. The woman invites him to come and be with her, describing him as a gazelle or young stag, a creature full of beauty and vitality. She expresses her longing to be in his presence, and he responds by complimenting her beauty. This chapter emphasizes the sense of playfulness and mutual desire between the two, with the woman calling out to him and asking him to come away with her. It shows the joy of discovering love, the excitement of being wanted, and the beauty of mutual affection. This chapter is also marked by a strong sense of longing and anticipation. Chapter 3. The Search for Love. In Chapter 3, the Shulammite woman searches for her lover. She goes out into the streets at night, calling for him, and finally finds him. She recounts the joy and relief of finding him again after a period of longing. This chapter reflects on the effort and pursuit that can be a part of love. The woman is not passive in her love, she actively seeks her lover. The chapter suggests that love requires both effort and action. It's not just about waiting for love to come to you, it's also about pursuing and seeking the one you love. Chapter 4. The Celebration of Love. Chapter 4 is a celebration of the woman's beauty and the depth of her lover's admiration for her. The lover praises the Shulammite woman in great detail, describing her features in beautiful metaphors, such as comparing her eyes to doves, her hair to a flock of goats, and her neck to an ivory tower. The chapter highlights the deep affection that the two have for one another and the ways in which they celebrate each other's beauty. This chapter is often seen as a poetic expression of admiration and love. It reveals that love goes beyond physical attraction. True love involves deeply appreciating the person you love, inside and out. It also touches on the themes of purity and perfection in love, as the lover sees no flaw in his beloved. Chapter 5. The Lover's Absence. This chapter introduces a shift in the narrative. The woman, now in her bed, hears her lover knocking at her door, but hesitates to open it. By the time she decides to open the door, he is gone. She searches for him, but cannot find him. This chapter touches on the feelings of longing, vulnerability, and the pain that can come when love feels distant. It is a powerful reminder that love is not always easy or constant. There will be moments of separation, and love requires patience and persistence. The chapter speaks to the tension and longing that can arise in relationships, where distance can create yearning and longing for reconnection. Chapter 6. The Reassurance of Love. Despite the absence and longing described in Chapter 5, Chapter 6 is a reaffirmation of the love between the woman and her lover. They are reunited, and the lover continues to praise her beauty. In this chapter, the woman expresses her devotion and loyalty to her lover. She reassures him of her love and invites him to join her again. This chapter celebrates the commitment and faithfulness that are essential to true love. This chapter emphasizes the idea that true love doesn't fade with distance. It reassures that despite moments of absence or hardship, love remains strong and unwavering. The chapter reflects the steadfastness that love requires. Chapter 7. The Joy of Love. As their love deepens, Chapter 7 expresses the joy of being fully united in love. The woman continues to praise her lover, calling him a prince and comparing him to a garden filled with pleasant fruits. There is an increasing sensuality in the language of this chapter as the two lovers express their desire and admiration for each other. Their love is joyful and complete, free from shame or hesitation. This chapter shows that love is not just about longing, it is also about fulfillment and the joy that comes when two people are completely united. It portrays love as an experience of celebration and mutual enjoyment, where both partners find satisfaction and pleasure in one another. Chapter 8. The Strength of Love. In the final chapter, the Shulammite woman speaks of the strength and permanence of love. She compares love to a powerful fire that cannot be extinguished, not even by floods. This chapter concludes the journey of the book with a reflection on how love is enduring and unbreakable. The couple's love is now fully realized as something that can withstand any challenge or trial. This chapter emphasizes the theme that love is the most powerful force in the world. It is both deeply tender and unbreakably strong. The conclusion of the Song of Songs reinforces the idea that true love is eternal and can overcome all obstacles. To sum it up, the Song of Songs is a poetic celebration of love, passion, and desire. Through its 8 chapters, it tells the story of a romantic relationship between a man and a woman who deeply admire and love each other. The book is filled with rich metaphors and imagery that describe the beauty of the lovers, their longing for each other, and the joy of being united in love. It also explores the challenges of separation and the need for patience and effort in love. Ultimately, the Song of Songs reflects the strength and endurance of true love, teaching us that love is not only beautiful and passionate, but also powerful and unbreakable. Whether you interpret the book as a literal love story or as an allegory for God's love for His people, the Song of Songs offers profound insights into the nature of love, showing us that love is beautiful, passionate, and full of longing, but it also requires effort, commitment, and faithfulness. Whether read as a literal love story or a symbolic representation of divine love, the Song of Songs invites us to reflect on the depth and beauty of love in our own lives. How does this journey of love relate to your own life? What does love mean to you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found something meaningful in today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights from the Bible.